Hello and welcome to Performance Check. My name is Rob and this is day 4. Day 5, I meant to say day 5 of my 30-day world. Cool little experiment being run by Absolute Tabletop in conjunction with their now successfully backed Kickstarter, A Dead Man's Guide to Dragon Grin. 30 days of questions in which we all, as a role-playing game community, develop and talk about our worlds. For more details about the Kickstarter, you can find links in this video to take you to the Kickstarter page and see the already successfully backed Kickstarter doing incredibly well. Now let's just help them reach those stretch goals, I should imagine. Anyway, on to question 4. 5. I meant to say day 5 of my 30-day world. What event in your world altered its history? So I actually recorded a video before this, but I decided to delete it because I was talking about a seismic event that happened in my world of the Nine Kingdoms, known as the Reign of Chaos, which was how the Nine Kingdoms got its name. The Reign of Chaos was a time where the God King swept in with his army of unification and defeated all that opposed him and united the world beneath his banner. I'd already talked about that in the previous video, or one of the previous videos anyway, so I decided to pick another event, another seismic shift in how the world functions. And that event, or rather those events, are known as the Underdark Wars. Humans, and I think elves, I haven't fully decided on that yet, but definitely humans. There was a time when humanity looked down beneath the earth and suspected that many great treasures and many mystical artifacts lay beneath, guarded by the dark powers beneath the earth, and they sought to send excursions beneath the surface to lay claim to them. Now, of course, that wasn't looked entirely kindly upon by the Drow. Now, the Drow in my world are different to your usual D&D Drow in one respect. Usual D&D Drow, they are the evil cousins of the elves, banished beneath the earth for appalling crimes against the rest of those that dwell in the world. And my Drow chose to go into the Underdark to defend the rest of the world against the nightmares that lie deeper than their very deep cities. So the Drow consider themselves to be the heroes of this particular world because they are the bastion against everything evil that could come out from the Underdark and attack the surface world. They consider themselves to have taken on board this burden for the rest of the world because they believe that they are the ones to do it. They are so confident in their abilities that they chose this, many thousands of years ago. So they obviously don't look kindly on humans descending into the Underdark to lay claim to what is rightly theirs, and seeming, to be honest, a little bit ungrateful. So the Drow strike and destroy a number of human excursions, and after a very, very short and half-hearted attempt at diplomacy, humanity decided to send forth legion upon legion of soldiers deep into the Underdark to claim what they want. They'd say, no, we want this and we're coming to claim it whether you like it or not. Now, this is a fool's errand, quite honestly, for humans to delve into the darkness where they literally can't see to try and retrieve these artifacts and these treasures. So great is their greed. And the Drow strike back, and they slaughter them. There is a short war that lasts a couple of years, and this is short in comparison to the wars that have happened in the world's history so far. Humanity are on the back foot, and they are angry. And so are the Drow. The Drow don't believe that those on the surface understand the sacrifice that they've made to protect the rest of the surface world. So they decide to show the surface exactly what happens when the darkness erupts from beneath them. In retaliation and in revenge, a second Underdark war begins, but this time, Drow mages, wizards, and sorcerers alike unite to blot out the very sun, casting an infinitely dark shadow across the world. The endless night had begun. Scores of drow erupt from the Underdark, from all over the Nine Kingdoms, and begin taking the fight to the surface. It is only until the betrayal at the hands of the Drogaran family, a drow family, that decide and feel deep within their hearts that the bloodshed has to come to an end. The Drogaran family betray the rest of drow kind. They betray the secret of the Endless Night to the arch-wizards of the newly formed Magisterium, and the Magisterium unmake the darkness. Those drow that were trapped on the surface when the sun blazed back into existence were not allowed to return. They were cast out as they had been bleached by the sun, and that is how the light caste faction of the drow came to be. These banished drow that are now forced to walk the surface of the world. Those drow that continue on in the darkness will never forget the Underdark Wars, but they make sure, and they have always made sure, that their enemies will never forget them either. So that is the Underdark Wars. I really enjoy talking about the Underdark Wars, and I like the concept because it is kind of reminiscent of, in my mind, loosely model on the First and Second World War, in the sense that the First World War is entirely senseless and entirely without cause, and then the Second World War happens because mistakes weren't ratified from the first one, and it happens all over again, but on an even bigger scale. So I hope you enjoyed that. For more information on the Dead Man's Guide to Dragon Grin, the successful Kickstarter by Absolute Tabletop, follow the link below. And until next time, thanks for watching, and I hope that all of your performances are up to standard.